Welcome everybody. We're just out here at the lake. We couldn't get out yesterday, so we pushed to get out today, and so we can do it live. Using Yum swimming dingers, that's what I'm going to set up my line with. 30 pound braided line. I don't like using that mono line anymore. It just snaps all the time. So just out here fishing on the lake for some largemouth. Using this type of hook. I don't know if you guys can see it. The sun's behind me, but it's 1/0 hook. Doing it wacky rig style. I always do really good with wacky rig styles out here on this lake. Let me get all set up and then I'll be able to see your guys' messages a little bit easier. I just want to get set up. Real quick, and I don't think I brought my weights with me. Did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I can't leave without the weights. We're just about 15 minutes, 20 minutes from my place. Out here. It was nice. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I had my umbrella out for a little bit and I just had to put it back. It was like a sail. My anchor wasn't holding. I just know there's some big old bass under those lilies. Even if the sun's out, those lilies, they provide enough cover for those things that come right out and they'll stay out underneath those lilies. Looking for a frog or something, or a dragonfly. Once you get the worm, get the O-ring on it, it'll be alright after that. Gee whiz. I didn't want to have to get out the tool, but I did bring my wacky rig tool. These ones are just a little thicker than the normal wacky worms. I don't have to use that O-ring now. That's a little bit easier. I'll just keep that with me. So far this anchor's doing pretty good with the wind that we got on my back. I'm all set up with solar power and a 30 pound Minn Kota lithium battery. little trickle charge over there, and I also bought a Lumo pack. I always have a extra source of power with me. I'm not sponsored by them, but I use these a lot, and they work really well for maintaining your battery charge. Now it's just the weights. I don't know if you guys can see, those are the type of weights I use for the wacky worms. That size, I'd probably go put in the tip of the, you guys can see it. Put in the tip of the worm, that way it gives it a little more action. Plus it helps with casting it. Beautiful day today, but it's very warm. Very warm. Hopefully I don't hit my phone setting the hook on fish. So I'll have to watch out for that. Oh, I got a bump. Get off the net, just in case. Oh, there's a bump. Guess he didn't want it. Of course, they had to land with lily pads. It's alright though. Just get it through the, there we go. I like to land on the outside of these lilies with the worm. I mean, if I can land on the lily on the very edge of the lilies and then just drop it down in there, it's perfect. Doesn't always work that way though. Alright, oh, that one hooked the lily actually. Hopefully it doesn't have a piece of the lily on it. Getting a couple bumps over there though. Probably a smaller bass, or there's even some great big crappie in here. These crappie can get up 2 pounds in here. I've even put the pole down once and left it there for a second and had a bass on the line. They hit when you least expect it. No, it's not in there. No. Where did I put him? I leave him back in the daggum truck. No. the bag. I think I put it in this bag. Oh, they're in the other bag. Get this off right there real quick. Sorry guys, wind blew you down. There we go. That shouldn't happen again. Appreciate it. I need all the luck. I haven't been fishing in a while. I mean, I've fished a couple of times for crappie, but it's been a little while since I've been out on the lake. Hopefully we don't spill you guys back over again. That wind is pretty hard, pretty harsh. Daggone, now it's too far in the lilies, but actually it's not too bad. It was a good spot. I caught an 8-pound bass off this spot right here. Pretty good sized largemouth. I'm going to try as much as I can all around this entire lake, so this is just where I started fishing from, but what I usually like to go is on the other side of the lake. There's some bigger fish over there. Got one right there. Oh man, that's a big one. I didn't even set the hook, or not set the hook, but I didn't set my drag. Come here, dude. Oh, you're a big guy. Come here, big guy. Hey, settle down. Don't need a hook in my hand. There you go, guys. There's one of them. A big old nice sized largemouth. He hit right next to the boat too. I mean, I was just maybe 3 feet from the boat. Oh, you got yourself good. Get my pliers. Hopefully that phone don't take a dump on me. Trying to get this fish back in the water. He got. I didn't get my pliers out either. Oh, there we go. First catch of the day. It's probably 2 pound. Got to get some footage. I'm gonna let this thing go now. Thank you, sir. Oh, there you go. It's a nice start of the day, right, guys? About a 2 pound largemouth. Not bad. Wish I had my GoPro going. It's okay, I picked it up on the end, so we'll just get it right back out there. I should, let me think here for a second. Where's my, what did I do with my, I know I put all that stuff in the front. I got to get my pliers out. I got some nice Cast King pliers that I like to use. But I think that bass followed this in. It followed it in pretty good. Actually, I'm going to bring this up. About there. Got to have the play, the action just right. Oh, that's actually a perfect spot. Not bad for the first one. And like I said, I just barely, I think he hit it on the drop. Because I give it a 3 taps a lot of times. I'll just tap, 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 and let it drop. And that's when they strike it most of the times on the drop. And we're only sitting probably about 8 foot of water right now. There's big ones in here though. I gotta set this drag. I didn't set the drag. You would have, well, it wouldn't have snapped the line unless it was a monster. I got 30-pound. There was that bite. Oh, here goes the braided line. So yeah, I had a tap. Give it a second. Let it get down. Yeah, see, we're probably, what time is it? Getting to be, I can't tell, but it's not too early in the morning. The bass are still hitting. So it's mainly just the bait you use. A lot of times. I do apologize for not being out here on my live yesterday. I wanted to be out here real bad. I just had so much stuff going on. I couldn't get the epoxy set up on some projects, and a lot of stuff I'm doing right now. And so I had to postpone yesterday, but I did get a lot of other stuff done. So I was able to get out here today. Try to get you guys set up so you don't fall over again. This wind is crazy. I've been sitting out here for hours once, not catching anything, but it's just, I was having so much fun. I'd like to have a little more shade, but that's okay. It gets shallower as I get closer to this side of the lake. I mean, it's only like 2 feet deep over there where those lilies are. But I've caught big bass over there early in the morning. That is not a good spot for the camera, but that's what it's going to have to do. Yeah, it was funny how he hit right there. Got a buzzard just circling above me. Hope everybody's doing good out there. It is warm though. But at least we got a breeze. If we didn't have a breeze and it was just so still, it would be miserable. Perfect spot. There we go. Get you guys, well. You'll be alright right there. I'd like to hook a monster. 6, 7 pound, 8 pound. Again, that was fun. They fight really good out here. Probably have to move from this spot now that I caught one right there, but they like this black color though. I've always done really good with that one. That and there's one that's blackened with blue flake. That one works really good too. You just gotta have a little patience out here. There's my electric fans. I didn't think it was gonna be windy, so I brought some fans with me, some solar fans. Keep the wind coming. Because it was hot yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was miserable. It's like they've got a great big panel reflecting the heat, making it more intense above us out here because of the humidity. Well, make up your mind which side of the lake, the boat you want to be on. Wish the sun was on the other side of us. You could probably see a lot better. I'm gonna have to get out a frog pretty soon and cast over to those lilies. Brought a few frogs with me. Just some of that. Uh-oh. Bad cast. Out in front of that lily. What's going on, Brooke? Thanks for joining my live. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? Sorry, guys. Wald. Is that Dragonfly? Thanks for joining my live stream, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't yet. Check out my channel. Always leave me comments so I know who you guys are and I can get to know you. Yeah, I may have to move here. Oh. Well, I'm going to hit this motor, so I cast kind of funny. Just the wrong spot. That's all right. He hit it hard too. You can tell when the big ones hit it. He just slammed that worm. Exactly where I wanted it. Gotta be a bass right there. I hit, just like I said, I like to hit the lily pad on the edge and then just kind of jump it in the water. Like it just hopped off the lily, you know. After a bit here, we're going to try for crappie too. We've got some big crappies in here. Out here too, underneath these lilies. It's crazy. It is warm. Alias, how you say your name? Eliza? Had to change my name to Dragonfly. Get over there. Oh my gosh, perfect. I wish you guys could see what these casts I'm making. I'm going to turn you over here just a little bit so I can get my GoPro out of the way. I guess I should. It is in a terrible spot. I'm going to actually put this. Right there. That's not a bass. Dang it, that was a lily pad. I hooked onto a lily pad just now. Sucks. Sucks when that happens. Try to get you set up right here so I can show you when I cast. See See, I'll pick a spot like right in the middle of those. There's like a V, a channel right in those lilies, and I'll aim for that channel right there. Get as close as I can, have it drop just on the inside of those lilies, and then just kind of play it through those lilies. This water is not too dark. I've seen it a lot darker in the past, so it's not too bad. As far as visibility goes, these fish should be able to see this worm here. Ah, just right there. Probably couldn't see where it landed, but it just landed right on the inside of those lilies. I do apologize about having that sun right there on my back. But it's kind of, I'd have to put the anchor in the front, and that way it would spin us around that way, but I gotta have it back here. Where I can get to it. Where did you guys go? About ready to throw on a frog. At least get my other bait caster. I got one of those chatterbaits on right now. Caster right there in front of the. I knew that was a bad cast. It's this longer part of the pole. Sometimes it'll hang up on you if you're casting real close to you. I don't have any problems when I'm standing up casting out, but when I'm sitting down, sometimes it'll hang up on my jacket. Hey, Mr. Dragonfly. Right there. Boy. Got in the shade. Warm water. Yeah, we'll pick up here in a minute. We'll go a little further this way so I can cast into this cove. I think that we've caught the bass in this area. I mean, there's probably some down the way here, but in this little area right here, a few more bass, but they probably watched him get caught. that's a motorcycle. I thought it was an airplane, like a jet. We're not too far from Whiteman Air Force Base, so you always see the jets fly over out here. Gas one more time over in this area, and then we'll go over there. Perfect. Yeah, I also brought my spinning rod too. I just don't have it set up. I don't have it rigged up yet. But yeah, I like that. This one's one of my favorites. It's a Lew's 7-foot speed stick. But I'm using an Abu Garcia reel. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope, that was just a bump. Hit it, take it. Dang it. Some of these little ones, they'll pick it up and play with it, but they won't commit to it. Where'd you go? But yeah, I like bait. Some bait casters, like I can't cast them worth a crap. But I know I said one more, but there's a bass right over here somewhere. But yeah, this one works out really well. This is my favorite rod that I've got. Just how well it casts, and I like the poles, you know, that have the smaller eyelets too, and they have a lot more eyelets on this one than other poles. But this is a nice Lew's, and it's not a breakdown. It's a single piece rod. The only thing I would do maybe a little different is make this a little bit shorter. But it's a good one. It's a good rod. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to miss this one. We'll come back down this side too when we leave, but we're gonna go to the other side of the lake. Eventually we'll make our way around because there's bigger fish on that side, I was told. I have only fished a few times over there. Haven't caught anything yet over there. Oh, there's that bump. See, it's a little, I think it's a smaller one. Come on, grab it. Now, don't want it? Okay, fine. You don't have to have it. I'll come back and get you. We'll come back and get you later. Just using a 1/0 hook. It's not even a weedless, but they're nice. I like these hooks. I always order these hooks off Amazon. Fusion, Berkeley Fusion. I'm not sponsored by them, but I like those hooks. And they've already got like a line on them, so all you got to do is just tie them on. They do actually have a. Oh, okay. So I didn't use. They are weedless. I didn't use the weedless part. Look at that. Yeah, I didn't use the weedless part. Huh, I should redo that and use the weedless. Because these lilies, I probably wouldn't have snagged that lily if I would have used it. So let me see if I can get us moved around a little bit. I got to pull up this anchor. Hopefully that wind doesn't tumble you over into the water. It'll drop you down just a little bit. Oh, if we were in deeper water, this line would be hard to pull up. But clean up from the mud. Get spun around here. lilies a little bit. Sometimes they'll get tangled up in the lilies a little bit. We'll just come on over here. Just get away from the lilies a little bit. I like these Ming Kotas. They're real quiet. Yeah, this isn't deep at all right in here, but you'd be surprised how many big bass are up in here. Okay, so it's about the same depth. I am gonna retie this real quick because I want to use that weedless part. I brought my little tweezers with me, but I don't know where they're at. Not tweezers, my fingernail clippers, but I don't know where I put them, so I've got to use my knife and use this braided line. Sometimes getting that can be a little tricky. Come on, work with me, work with me. Now I can use the weedless part. I've got other weedless ones too, but they don't work very good when they're made out of that metal on the weedless part that bends over. Sometimes that metal one doesn't work for me, but these ones don't do too bad. Wow, I did drift way over here. Kind of farther than I like to be, but it's okay. We'll fish right off here. These fish, you never know where they're at when you don't have a depth finder, fish finder on you. You just got to fish everywhere. I can cast pretty good out there, so we'll see. How's you guys? Am I lagging on your end? How's my stream going? Looks like it's still going, but Let me know if you have any type of lag on your end. We shouldn't. We're pretty close to a tower, so. I cast all the way over there. I did. I cast all the way over to those lilies over there. Gee whiz, that was a good cast. I didn't think I could make it over that far. That was awesome. That's why I love this Abu Garcia bait caster. It's always been a good one for me. Max Z, Abu Garcia Max Z. It's never really spidered up on me or anything like that. It's always cast really nice. Try to wake these guys up. Yeah, it's about 8 foot right here. 8 or 9 feet. Perfect shot. Right on the edge of the lilies. I've got lilies almost all the way around me now. I cast over there too. I might have to get out the umbrella and sit down on the lower end to cool down a little bit. So it's got to be already 90. The D'Souza, how you doing? Good to see everybody. I'm glad I was able to get out here on the lake finally. Be careful of your phone getting hot. Yeah, it is hot. I'll have to get out the umbrella before I make my next cast. It always gets hot when I do my lives. That never fails. It always gets hot. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, come on. And hopefully this won't be that bad of a sail. Of course it is. Of course it is. Sorry guys. Get this clamped down. It just might tug on the anchor a little bit. Ow. Sorry for the extreme close-up. Well, that'll be fun for a little while. That actually was helping out, keeping it from moving on me. I'll just put it like that. There we go. Yeah, I've done that a couple times, and it shut off on me. Yeah, it hasn't shut off on me yet, so that's a good thing. Just got to kind of cast around it now. Oh, not close enough, but that's close. Close enough. Yeah, I brought 3 poles with me. I brought my other Zephyr with me, and that's my open cast, my spinning rod. I'll use that for the crappie. I brought a ton of crappie baits too, so we'll have to see what they're going to find them. I'm glad I got that umbrella though, it does help out. I'm going to get a little mount set up back here so I can set it up behind the chair also. Gotta get a pole. Maybe I'll use a PVC pipe or something. That way I can screw it onto the back transom and then something, or back behind the seat. Got to keep it out of the way of the Minn Kota. But just off to the side of the seat, and that way I can have the umbrella over my head. Right? Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like to catch a 2-pound crappie out here. That'd be awesome. Oh, I knew I'd catch that daggone thing. Caught the pole. It's all good though. Take it slow. There we go. Sometimes these things will just keep on casting or spinning when you snag it like that. Yeah, my phone's doesn't feel too hot now. I appreciate you saying that to me. What's that? Yeah, it was getting pretty hot. Those gray herons make the weirdest sounds. Down a little bit more, maybe I won't hit it. Yeah, I'll probably get a lot closer to those lilies. I'll pull up anchor and go over closer when I do the crappie fishing, so we can get closer to the lilies where those crappie are. Wish I had my depth finder on this. I just got bumped. You're gonna take it? right there. I need more wind on my legs. I like my fans. Ooh. Take it. Now all I'm doing is getting bumps. And bumps is like when they hit it and they pull on it and then they let go. They don't commit to it. Yeah, it's so nice. It'd be even nicer if we just stay in the 80s. I don't expect to have the 70s, but at least stay in the 80s. It'd be a lot cooler. Yeah, this umbrella is pulling me a little bit. Probably dragging the anchor just a little bit. It is a muddy bottom, so not too much on the bottom. Hey, at least it's putting me a little bit closer to the lilies. I've tried just about every color wacky worm out here too. And I've always done real good on the blacks. Get over there. That one went far. I'm gonna let it sit there for a minute. I gotta get me something a little bit colder. Dang it, I should have brought a little cooler with me. I always bring a cooler. I don't know what my problem is today. Okay, that's enough of that. There's not even no sugar in it. Unsweet. Woo. Gotta have a little bit of sweet. I replace my sugar. It's a little bit colder anyway. Oh, much better. That cool off. That's hot water. Hot, hot, hot. The wind will blow that off my head. Really shallow over there on that side. I don't know if I want to go any closer to that side because it's so shallow. Oh, golden or bald eagle. That's why that heron jumped up like it did. I'd like to make my way over there. What shut off on you? Oh, okay. Just gonna scroll through these messages real quick. You guys will have to go back and watch this live in the very beginning. If you guys missed the first bass I caught one about 3 feet off this canoe. I thought it wasn't even. I didn't even know it was gonna hit. It hits right here, real close. Nice 2-pound, about 2.5, maybe a little over 2 pounds. Kind of soft. You guys go back and look and watch. Yeah, this umbrella, it likes to play as the sail. Got some bubbles coming up over there. That doesn't always mean anything, but it could be a fish. Could be a catfish just kind of playing off the bottom, or a carp. Eating something off the bottom or something. Perfect. They look perfect anyway. As long as I don't snag one of those lilies. I've snagged a lily pretty good before. I had to actually go over there and pull it off the daggone lily. Those stems are pretty strong. Trying to see if there's anything right here next to me in these lilies. That seagull just took a dip, landed right in the water. Oh, that wasn't the seagull. What is that? It looks like a seagull. Yeah. Some type of shorebird. That's pretty cool. Right there. Come on, Bassy, where are you? There's a couple of them over there behind me. I think they're seagulls or some type of shorebird right there. Half a dozen of them over there, diving in the water. It'd be nice if the wind was pushing this way and I can get a better picture for you guys. that in there. Just being out here is nice. Just being out here on the lake. With this breeze, it's actually not that bad. Could be a lot worse. Perfect. Jeez, wish you guys could see these cats. Now, if I could just catch hook up on the bass. I need to get a little closer that way so I can get up into those lilies over there. Kind of pulled me a little too far away. I've only cast over here a dozen times. It's those jets I was talking about earlier. Being so close to Whiteman. You can hear all the jets. Gotta get that out of the sun. That's hot. It's got all my batteries in it. Come on, Bassy, where are you? I'm gonna pick up and move over there. This spot, I think I've outfished this spot right here. Alright. Move the phone so I don't look back, look over at you guys and you guys are gone. With the wind. Oh, I was in the mud. Yeah, let's go a little bit closer over there. You can see a lot better when I didn't have this umbrella up here. A little bit closer. There's the bottom. It's a little better. Oh yeah, it's a lot better. I did it again, guys. I think this umbrella is throwing me off. Not too bad though. That's cooking right now. Whew. Good to see you back. What does that say, Tap did? How you doing anyways? How you doing, everybody? Top Twap? What, how do you say your name? Sorry if I butchered it. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Yeah, I knew I'd drop the weedless water. The bad thing about the weedless. I could actually, if I didn't, I could actually lay down in here and fall asleep in like 5 minutes. Just got to get up underneath that umbrella and I'd pass right out. It's so nice out here. I could sleep very easily out here on the water. I want to cast right over here. It just seems like a good little spot. The water is more calm right there too. The wind hasn't gotten to that spot on those lilies. I like doing a lot of fall fishing out here on this lake too. It is so nice. Get up into the 60s just sitting out here. What did you catch? Right there. You guys see where that landed? Probably not. It landed right next to those lilies. Right where I wanted it. But I do want to clean up my reel a little bit. I kind of casted it pretty hard. There we go. You know there's got to be a bass over there. I landed a huge one. Well, it was kind of maybe back a little bit before all these lilies came out. It's real nice if you can get out here right in the beginning of spring after the thaw. It is so nice. There's no lilies. The water's almost crystal clear. And the bass hit so good out here. During that time. Summer's a little bit slower, but it's also quite little better. You can hear that. You can hear that reel just doing a little extra spinning. When I cast it, you can always tell when you get a little bit of a snag with these bait casters. You can hear the extra whine. Look down and have a little bit of slack in there. Like, oh man. As long as it doesn't spider up on me, too bad. We'll got it. The sun is almost right above us. It is directly above us. Oh, it feels good. Where you at, Bass? I'm gonna do some crappie fishing. Oh, perfect. Where's the fish at? I'm making such awesome casts. Right in front of the lilies. Let it drop down. I bet if it was evening, I'd be catching a lot more fish right now. Letting the dogs out, sitting on the back deck. Awesome. Bet they're having fun out there. What's the temps out where you're at? Is it warm outside like it is here? I think we've got a heat wave just about everywhere. Perfect spot. Oh, there's some fish jumping right there. Probably some crappie. Clear out here. There are big bluegills in here too. We're gonna be fishing for those in just a little bit. I'll probably put this bait caster down and get the casting rod and grab it real quick. Oh, if I don't dump you guys over first. We'll get that rigged up for crappie a little bit. Crappie baits, of course, are in the front. Heard a great big old bullfrog over there. Oh, stretch the leg. Yeah, that's a big bullfrog. Got a real deep voice. frog, a little croak, a deep croak. Perfect. Well, at least I think they're perfect. But a perfect cast would have been bass hitting it right when it hit the water. But I like the cast. I'm gonna have to go through those lilies over there and find a nice shady spot and take a nap. But there is shade right there up against the shore. Are you lagging? Is your phone lagging on your end? Says we're still going good at an hour and 22 minutes. So let me know if it's lagging on your end. I don't know if it's gonna change at all. Yeah, it's funny. Yes. Right on. Sorry about that. I apologize about the lagging. Appreciate you guys being in here though. That's a good spot. Slack out. Come on. Guess I could have worn a white shirt, right? It's actually not that bad. White shirt would have been better though. Curious to see what the bottom looks like. You get the live scope out and see the bottom, but I wanted to do it over the lilies. Whenever I look down on the depth finder in this area, it's just flat, nothing down here, just a little bit of grass. That's a little bit of future snag. You don't want that. Yeah, I always find myself talking to the fish. Come on, fishy, fishy. Where are you, big old bass? Where are you at? I'm gonna get on this point. Oh, nice. got bumped. See, I just left it there and they picked it up. Now if they just take it though. I shouldn't be drinking all this sugar, but I like to use this fruit punch. Plus it's hot. If I was drinking warm water, I wouldn't like it. I like ice cold drinks. Even in the winter, I've always liked ice cold. Can't stand warm. Warm drinking water, warm anything. Especially warm milk. Come on, fish, where you at? I start hooking up, setting up for crappie. I can reach the baits, they're just right there. Mostly. Yeah. Excuse me. Landed right at the point. It sure slowed down. There's big bullfrogs back there too, you can hear them. Roar, roar, roar. Big old bullfrogs. But there's a big one over here by this log. You could hear it every once in a while, real. Sounds like a great big old bullfrog. Perfect cast. Yeah, I used to use frogs in Virginia when I grew up in Virginia and fished out there, but out here I've never really used. I used the one frog, it was a toad, and I caught a great big old blue cat off of it. It came right up to the surface and gulped the whole toad. It was a good sized toad too. And the cove I was fishing in too, that was only like maybe 4 feet deep, like almost the entire cove. Big old cove too. And I was surprised because I had my boat out on that same exact cove years ago, and I don't know, I must have followed exactly the channel that comes in, because there's always a channel that runs underneath where you in a cove. And so I must have followed that channel, because I don't know how I didn't scrape the bottom at all. It was back when I had a small Sea-Doo ski boat, and it didn't sit real deep in the water, but perfect. I don't know, really. Guess all you need is 3 or 4 feet deep though. But what happened was the lake, they drained the lake, and so I think I've got a spot, or I got a video in my on my channel that shows that cove. But they drained the lake, and the water goes all the way down, and it shows you that entire cove, the depth of it. It's crazy how shallow it is. There's some great big huge gar that come up in there though. Great big old gar and catfish. I even caught some good sized largemouth out of that spot too when the water's up. Fishing at night around a dock. We got a few docks in that cove that when they drain the lake, the docks sit right on the ground. It's crazy. Yeah, I think it's time to try something different. You guys probably can't hear that big old bullfrog, but it's right over there somewhere. Be nice to catch him, or to see how big it is, to see if it's worth catching. Have some frog legs. Oh. See if I can get to my crappie baits. Suppose I can grab that whole bag. It is a heavy bag though. Oh, that's a heavy bag. That bag smells good. It smells like licorice. Oh. It's all the plastics that I have in there. Sorry guys. I'm gonna get set up for crappie. Let's see what kind of, got a little tiny hook on there right now. Don't know what I'd use with this tiny little hook. There's my pliers. Could use those a little bit ago. Jeez, that scared me. I looked down the water. It was like a lily stem right there. I thought it was a snake. Because we do have those out here too. Those things are not fun. Jig heads. Gotta use the jig heads. thinking about using a Bobby Garland itsy bitsy. The pearl colored. I've also got some custom baits, some rubber minnows that I could try using too. They've always done real well. I do have some split shot on here. I wonder if I should just keep those on for casting. With the wind out here, it might actually help a little bit. I have a small, tiny one. That'll have to work. Be okay with that size. Maybe. I like it to be smaller than that. Gotta have like a 16th ounce. There we go, it's a little bit better. Of course, I do have those gold ones. No, those are too big. Gotta use the right size. Little tiny one. I'm definitely gonna want to keep this split shot on there then. Yeah, it's a little better. Just to help me out with the wind. Forgot this one. This has little snips on the other end. Those are nice. I forgot about those ones. It saves you from having to pull out your knife or clippers too. Yeah, this wind's not going to be fun. Using a tiny jig head. You guys can even see that with a little Bobby Garland, a little bit itsy bitsy. Oh yeah, it's nice. Oh yeah. Right next to the lilies too. I just put a new line on this too. It's even slower sometimes. Fishing for crappie. It can be. Got a little bit bigger baits too I could use. Mr. Crappies, these things work really good too. These are the black with the chartreuse tail. Those work really good. Otherwise, this is my favorite color out here, the black with the blue flake. These are the kind of a knockoff of the Bobby Garland. Those work really good too. Be nice to have my fish finder though. At least I can find some fish. There's something jumping over there. Yeah, I gotta get closer to those lilies. Let's go over to those lilies. Oh, I'm dragging some of the stuff off the bottom. Get out of that. Have that worm sit in the shade instead of sit in the sun and then melt. Oh, that's stuck in the mud. Get out of the mud. Whoa. I'll lose the phone, right guys? Okay, let's see. Yeah. Like this spot right here. Get down, get down, get down, get down, get down. There we go. No, stop. There we go. We're closer. We're a lot closer to those lilies now. in that lily. Might not even need the split shot on here. It might give a little bit of action though when I tug on it. Boy, that sun is hot, hot, hot. Thing is though, without the fish finder, I don't know if there's even anything over in this area. Do a lot of guessing right here. It is pearl though, pearl white, so they should be able to see it pretty good. You'll have to tie a different hook on there though if I use those other ones. They're such good baits though too. I knew it would be a little bit slow just because by the time I got out here it's kind of later in the day, but yeah, I'm going to take those spit shots off if I can get them off there. We'll see how that does. Definitely like a little bit of more weight on there though. Yeah, I don't know. This is real light now. Going for crappie if there's any over here. Oh yeah, I'd love to go swimming right now. You definitely go swimming all day in water like in temperatures like this. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that in here. I'd have to swim back over to shore. There's no way I'd get back up in this canoe. Oh, come on. I'll have to move again. Find some crappie probably inside those lilies. I probably will have to park in the lilies, but because there's some shallower, I might go over there and just kind of have to lift the trolling motor up to where it's just barely skimming. Tell you one thing, I don't like how slow it's getting. I like a little more action. Maybe around the dock I do a little better with the little bobby garland. Itsy bitsy, but it's not doing too good right here. That's the way fishing is, though, sometimes. How you doing, Arizona? Check out my channel, guys, if you haven't yet. If you're coming in and you're new, definitely check out my channel. Hit that subscribe button. Get this tied up here. Got a lot of oil on them. Don't want that to spill out. That's got a lot of oil. Changed over to a different bait this time. Bobby Garland kind of worm, you know. Bobby Garland style anyways. It's a knockoff. It's a custom bait. They seem to like that color in here though. Probably because the water's pretty dark. Tag the lily. That might have just been a lily that snagged it. Pretty slow. All the fish are kind of taking a nap. I cast a little too hard. Stay with me. Sure, now you start whining like that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope. Where did you go? Start taking the line, but let go. like that. Put that weed back on. Pretty slow where I am at. Dealing with high humidity and temperatures 115 degrees. Yeah, I don't miss Arizona's heat, but I do miss Arizona. Arizona's a nice place. It's a dry heat though. It's most of the time anyway. Got a little humidity out there, but nothing like out here in Missouri. That's for sure. This humidity is insane out here. Yeah, it's a little slow right now. It's just the time of the day. Trying to wake them up a little bit though as I go. Mix up, use bass baits, or mix up with some crappie jigs. See if I can get a crappie out here. I am going to move to a different spot though. I'm going to have to cut through those lilies or go clear around. Got something over there. I want to go over there. See, there's something right there. I don't know what it was though. Crappie or a bass. Oh. Not enough room up here with the bag. Myself. See if I can get that. Oh, damn. Not enough room up here. But it hit like it was going after some minnows. Oh, much better. Take the shoes off. Oh, feels good. Take the shoes off. Red knee I got that umbrella right in your way. Let's go see if we can go around those lilies over there. I don't know how well this will do in the lilies, but we can try. How you doing, Daniel? Now that the wind kind of died down a little bit. Get the mud off of it if there's any mud on that anchor. Oh, I can make my way around that way. Up a little bit more. There we go. Kind of hard to see where I'm going with this daggum umbrella. There we go. Let's make our way around these lilies. If I can drop this. Tripod down a little bit. Let me know if it's lagging on your guys' end. Hopefully it's not. Right over here on this other side. It's about 12 foot deep on this side. where we're going. Right now it's only like maybe 4 or 5 feet deep. Probably not even that. Sure beats paddling. Look at all those lilies. Gee whiz, this whole lake's full of lilies. Fish are like them though. It's all lilies back up in there to the river side where I like to go. We're gonna go up into a little bit. I'm going. Yeah, this is a nice spot. Well, the thing about this trip, this lake actually has a catch and release only right now. Otherwise, yeah, I'd definitely bring home some fish. I'd like to get some big crappie take home, but can't do it right now. Got some kind of algae going on in the water, but still I wanted to come out here anyway. This is shallow, I think, right up in here, but I think we'll try it right here. This is like closer to the inlet. Probably not very deep, but we'll see. No, not deep at all right here. Probably 8 foot deep, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. I'll probably like maybe 6 foot deep right here. Still deep enough for bass though. I'm gonna use the crappie one here. I think I'll throw this wacky worm a few times. Right on the lily. All those shorebirds just right here on the, you guys probably can't see because it's, I could zoom in, I guess. See if I can do a zoom in on those. You see the shorebirds right there? Right about there. My goodness, it's warm. Yep. Next time I will bring the cooler. You can't go out here without a cooler. Without cool water. Man, oh man, oh man. It is warm. It's all good though. I try to put that umbrella flat so I don't take the wind Water's warm. Yeah, you guys go back and watch the beginning of this live stream. You'll see the bass I caught when I first started. And then it slowed down after that. Get down to the bottom. Oh, there's a fish jump right there. I wonder if the crappie are on this side. Let me know in the chat, guys, if the crappie like it where it's deeper, a little bit cooler, if they like the shallow water. Right on. Hey, how you doing, Eric? Right on top of that lily. I need to throw some frogs, but I was gonna wait till it got a little bit later to start throwing the frogs. Get off that lily. Yeah, I was wrapped up on the stem there for a minute. Yep, I always wear a life preserver. I always gotta wear one. That way if I go in, I can just relax and swim. I don't have to struggle. I can enjoy the water more. There we are. It's at the bottom now. Come on. Come on, fishy, fishy. Where are you at? They're all sleeping. They're all up underneath them lily pads just sleeping. Waiting until the evening and waiting for the frogs to come out. That's my guess. So what you up to today, Dragonfly? Get over there. There we go. Try those lilies on this side. I'll have to try it. I've never done really good, very good with the pink with the bubble gum in this lake, but usually the darker colored worms work really good for me out here. But I did bring quite a few. Different types of worms. Different colors, I mean. One of my go-to baits is these reapers. I don't know if the sun will... Reapers do really, really well out here where I'm at. I even got some Nico craws I could throw on. But let me see if I got different. I buried the heck out of those other worms. What is that? Oh, that might be good too. I just had a bump. Guess I shouldn't leave it sitting there for too long. Yeah, I'll have to go through. I think I actually have them up in the other bag. A lot of these ones are crappie baits in this bag, but some bass baits in there. I'm gonna have a suntan today. Actually, a sunburn. Perfect. There we go. You can stay right there, Cloud. I wouldn't mind it at all. Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia. I lived on Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia in a condominium. Best time in my childhood. I loved it. There's got to be crappie over here, though. Don't mean to change the subject, but there's like fish hitting over here. There's smaller fish. It got to be crappie or bluegill. But Smith Mountain Lake, I grew up on that lake for a number of years, and I loved it. That's one of my favorite places when I was a kid. A lot of stripers in that lake. But we always fished for channel cats and largemouth and striped bass. Yeah, when I was growing up in Virginia, I think the fish would bite off of just about anything out there. And when I came out here to Missouri, I had to learn it all over again. These fish are so picky. You think they would hit certain baits and nothing. I got Savage Gear lizards that did really good, and they don't do they do okay out here. The Nico craws do okay, but nothing like back in Virginia. You could just throw a hook on your line in Virginia and catch a fish. That's why I stick with a lot of the wacky worms on this lake. I have used lizards, the dark lizards I've caught fish off of. I mean, I've used so many baits in here though that I kind of stick with what is good, what to hit. What else do I have over there? Did you go to Station River High School? No, I was young. I was 10 years old when I lived there. High school, I actually moved back out to Arizona That's where I'm from originally. I went to high school in Arizona. Yeah. Uh, do have one right there. That's a different style. But yeah, so I mean, we were kids growing up in Virginia. We weren't that old, so we got to have a lot of fun out in the woods, on the lakes every day. We were always going off in the woods looking for ponds in Virginia. The heck, I get myself tangled up. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Right on top of that lily. What else was I doing really good on in here? I brought a bunch of baits. I should use those ones. Those probably be baits. Where's my crappie jig at? See if there's any crappie hungry for like a Bobby Garland type. Since there's little fish jumping over here. I'll have to throw a lighter one on though. Right on. Hey, welcome, welcome. Got some of these too, these crappie baits. Purple and chartreuse. I got just tons of them in here, but I was thinking of using this Mr. Crappie jig. This one's probably a good one too. Blue with the black and then the chartreuse tail. Let me see. This is a dang good bait too. Must just be so warm. Fish are jumping. They're just little. They're biting, not jumping, but they're biting on top water right now. Got to be those small bluegill or even the crappie. We'll see what this one does. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Eric. Can't really see it. The sun's kind of putting a glare on the phone. That's a nice one though. They can see that chartreuse tail. Let that go down. Get these things in the shade. I like to keep my baits in the shade. They get so hot. If I don't. next to those devices overheating. Dadgum, it is hot. I don't have the sun on it. If I lose my live stream, guys, I do apologize. The phone's getting a little bit hot. 2.5 hours, that's probably why. Plus we're out in the sun. Most of the time we've kept it under this umbrella though. Yeah.